Hello, my posse. Hello, all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for coming over today, sitting in my living room and listening to some stories or some answers about my life. Today is the day that I'm going to answer your questions. And I had said before in my video that I was going to take your questions and, I was going to roll them up and I was going to pick some to answer. But you know, I have decided that I want to answer each and every one of your questions because I feel that if you were good enough to ask me, then I would be good enough to respect that and answer all of them because they were all special. So that being said, I probably will have to do part 1 and part 2 because I'm wordy. And I don't want to just go, yes, or give you like, I can't just answer your questions with like one word or a couple of words. I have to probably go in depth because that's just the way I roll, folks. Anyway, so I thought I would do, I just printed them off and I thought I would just, randomly pick them, but I'm going to pick them all. So today, let's just call this answering your questions that you want to know about me. And in my Paula Young Dance Wig, which at the end, I'll show you a little bit of her. Because I know some of you have asked me about dance, and this is kind of a new one. A new wig. It's the same Paula Young Dance Wig. And that and my suntan, which I told my husband the other day, if my subscribers see me out here at the football field watching my grandson play football, which he's amazing, Hayden, you know Hayden, and here I was caught on the opposite side of the home field and the sun was bearing down at me and the truck was parked way on the other side and I didn't have an umbrella and I got home and I'm like, I'm gonna be wrinkled. I'm gonna be wrinkled. I'm gonna have an age spot. I just know it. So I'm safe, but I'm like burned. Anyway, I don't do sun well, never have. So with that said, let's get on with your questions to me. Some of you are pretty in depth here, and some of you were just really cute. So let's start off with 60-something style. Hi. She asked me, she said she really enjoys my video. Thank you so much. And her question is your wigs always look so perfect. Do you wear wigs due to hair loss or just because you like to change it up? I wear wigs because I'm lazy. And I wear wigs because my own hair, and you've seen my own hair, and somebody asked me, Debbie Jackson, if I ever did a video with my own hair, and I said no, but I think I will someday to show you how it is. But I have a lot of my own hair, but it is like I could do a commercial for Pantene or something. It's like soft. If it was really long, I could be one of those, whippers for the shampoo commercials. It's super fine and super soft, which would be okay if I didn't like really big hair. But I like really big hair, and it takes me so long to back comb, to get it up high and to get it puffy the way I want it, and like, it was no time before I went through a can of hairspray. So no, I don't have hair loss. I wear them because I'm lazy. My husband likes to go out a lot, we cavort around town now that we're both retired, and I just plop and go. So yeah, that's why I wear them. It just saves me time, and I love the styles, and I do love different styles, and some days you just feel like you want to be different, and you can always be different in a wig. So thank you for that. The next one came from Sheila M. She says, thank you, I look lovely today. She said, do I have any hobbies? And also, she lives in Illinois, and she knows I live in Michigan, and she wants to know how I handle the cold weather. So first of all, hobbies. I do not. My life is shattered. I have no hobbies. It's over. No, I guess my hobby is to just cavort around town with my grandkids. I do love to cook. I love to bake different dishes. That's kind of like what I like to do. And I love to make pot holders. Remember the old day pot holders with the square and the yarns? I could sit here for hours on ends making pot holders, and I've done that. Is it like a daily hobby? No. So I would think now that pretty much my main focal hobby is you guys and YouTube. So other than that, that's it. Sorry. Let's see. Erica Marr. Hey, Barb. We've heard a bit about your first marriage and how you met your current husband. It's a lovely story, but you don't get 76 without many heartaches in your life. How have you maintained your inspiring and happy attitude through emotional family hardships? Whoa. Good one, Erica Marr. Yeah, I've had a lot of hardships. You know, I just deal with them as they come. I have a strong faith. I have something called, which I just told one of my subscribers about, something called Tell God Book. And I've had it for a long time. And when things get really hard for me, I write, it's not a journal. It's not a journal to myself. It's a book, just says Tell God. And I get it out of my head, and I write down in the book, and I close the book, and I just let God handle it. And sometimes I'll wake up the next day and I'll feel 100% better. And if I don't, I just kind of work things out, and I have a good support system. My husband has been amazing because he thinks the opposite of me. So when I'm down, you know, he picks me up, and kind of vice versa. So I just manage to get through them, because if I dwell on them, then it just eats me up, and I can't really dwell on them. And I tell you, the honest to gosh truth, I can get past the big hardships. I mean, we've lost things, we've lost money, through our life, we've had some financial hardships, we've picked ourselves up, we've dusted ourselves off, we started all over again. I deal with those. It's those little piddly things that get to me. So, but the big things I seem to handle, and like I say, I put it in my Tell God book, which if you don't have one, start one. It's amazing. I've done it for years now. So thank you, Erica. And Sherry Smiley, my Sherry Amore. She's the one that says she's my #1 fan. But I always go, my Sherry Amore, pretty little girl that I adore. Yeah. Anyway, she asked me if I had a favorite lipstick in my arsenal of lipsticks, if I carried one. I love CoverGirl lipsticks. I love, Maybelline lipsticks. I carry an orange tone and a pink shimmer Maybelline, and my City Lips, which I have on today, in my purse. And depending on how my makeup wears or how I look in the day, if I'm out, I put lipstick on. I really hardly touch up my lipstick. I do occasionally, but as long as I have my 3 colors, I don't have a favorite. I mean, CoverGirl's always been a good favorite of mine. I do like the new brands of the Shine Maybelline. They're my good ones. But as far as like my #1, no, not one that I can think of. Sorry, Sherry. JJ Turner. Oh, JJ. How do you feel about political atmosphere in America today? Yeah. I don't really get in too much to the political aspect of our atmosphere today. You know, I'm 76. I've been through a lot of presidents. I've been through a lot of, watched a lot of changes in America. I've heard a lot of talk about politicians. I'm annoyed about late night talk shows and things making the whole political atmosphere worse, making jokes about it. I remember years ago, Johnny Carson and the Tonight Shows and all that, they never talk bad about the president. They never joked. They had respect. It's hard today with social media. I think the whole atmosphere of, you know, the television stations that I won't mention any particular ones that really attack both parties it puts a whole different perspective on America and what America is about and what it should be. I think if the jibber jabber stopped and people just had one party, maybe we wouldn't be so divided. And I think just the social media stuff has been the worst as far as the political atmosphere goes. I guess that's all I can say without getting too deep. So thank you for that, JJ. Okay, Chris Klein. My question is, have you ever in your life had an eating disorder? Yeah, I've ate too much. That would probably be my disorder. But if you mean like bulimia or anorexic, no, I never have. I mean, I enjoy food going down. I don't want it to come back up because it wouldn't taste the same. No, I haven't had a disorder. I just like to eat. And I wish I could find a cure for that, but I love to eat. And I actually probably like to pick more than I like to eat. So yeah, that's my disorder, I guess. But no, not anything like bulimia or anorexic, no. Salatinka Quinones, I hope I pronounced that right. She says, my skin looks amazing. What do you do to it? I'm 64 and I have more wrinkles and I'm jealous. Oh, thank you. Well, if you followed my videos, you know that the canvas of my skin has always been first and foremost massaging and moisturizers. No matter what kind of moisturizers that you love and agree with your skin, you need to massage them and work the canvas of your skin. And it's been part of my routine since I've been probably 15 or 16. I don't know how I started that. I do know how I started that. But, and she also wanted to know if I was a sun worshiper too. That went along with that question. I have never been a sun worshiper. I am not a sun worshiper. I told you at the beginning I was like at the stadium without an umbrella in the sun. I've never been a sun worshiper. I lived on the lake. I had the sun beating down on me on the boats. I always wanted a canopy over me. My husband, wanted him to put the tarp over, and he had one of these real expensive speedboats that was so cool. And he goes, I'm not going out on the lake with that cover on. I'm like, then I'm staying on shore. So no, but I never was, which I think is why I don't have age spots or too bad of wrinkles, because no, I've never been a sun worshiper. Thank you for your question. Raynalynn's Lifestyle and Beauty. Boy, what a beauty she is. Man, she's from Hawaii. If you haven't checked out her channel, do that. And go down my comment list and you'll see some channels, and I subscribe to too. You might want to check them out because they're really good. She's gorgeous. Anyway, her question was, if you had a destination dream vacation, where would it be and who would you take with you? My dream vacation, boy. My husband and I were just talking about that not too long ago. Where, if we had a chance to go, would we like to go? Of course, I probably would like to go to Italy. That would probably be, today's time, I don't like to travel too far anywhere in another country, but I think that Italy would be my dream vacation, and I would love to take my husband and my grandkids with me. I would like the whole family to go. That would be like amazing. If we played together, that would probably be my greatest wish and dream vacation. But everybody's so far and busy. It's hard to get everybody together anymore. But that would be it. Jenny Rice, what are your hobbies and how did you learn how to edit your videos? So like I said before, my hobbies are, making pot holders, cooking, all that kind of stuff. And that's about it. I just learned to randomly watch YouTube creators on here and what they were using with editing. I just use iMovie and something called Videorama. I splice them all over in iMovie and I turn them over to Videorama because I like Videorama's fonts and texts and the way I can put things in. I would like to, I'm looking always for something else. I can't do the fancy stuff that some of you great creators do. I haven't got to that point yet. So, but I'm looking into a different editing system. Thank you, Jenny. Kathy Restino. I should know how to say that, right? I always laugh that she's my cousin, because my maiden name was Resignalo, and our names are so close. But anyway, she would like to know about my previous career. I was a hairstylist. I did not own my own shop. I ran some shops in the past. I had an opportunity once to buy one. I went in with an intention to buy, like an option, but it was really a lot of work. I had little kids then, so I didn't really do it. I probably did, I always have done hair. I still do hair occasionally if somebody asks me. I married my husband now. I still did it. He built me a big salon in the basement. I did hair at home for a while. That didn't work out because people were coming at 9 o'clock at night after they were done shopping. And, oh, I'm sorry, you know, can you still squeeze me in? No. So he got a little disgusted with that, so I stopped doing that. And then I got into medical billing, and I loved to do medical billing. That was, I really enjoyed that. And I think from that, I stayed into that medical end of it. I had a lot of jobs, really a lot of jobs. I did so many. I mean, I did Mary Kay, I was Avon. I mean, you name it, I did it. But I think they were my two biggest careers, I think, of my life. The rest of them were like kind of hit and miss. So thank you, Kathy. Kathy's Beauty Care Chats. Cute name. What jobs have you had in the past? I've never asked anyone a question. I'm excited to hear your answer. Big kisses. Big kisses to you, Kathy. I think I just said it in my last one. I've had lots of jobs in my past. Just, I don't know, I just tried my hand at anything I could. Like I say, Avon, I remember back in the day when I did Avon, we had to actually have territories. We had to actually go door to door. And I remember my son was really little. It was like 17 degrees out, and I had him all bundled up in a stroller, and I had to walk like 6 blocks to my territory and go door to door and hand brochures, go in and try to sell them stuff. You know, and then when the stuff would come, I would have to, you know, go and deliver it to them. And so that was tough out in the cold. Mary Kay was the same. I had to get in my car, drive, and I'm so bad at directions. I'm so bad. I'd get lost all the time, and we didn't even have cell phones then, and I couldn't call my husband to come and help me. And oh, that was a nightmare. So I've had that, and most of the time medical billing. I was a receptionist. I was, you know, the biller. I worked in surgery. I boarded surgeries, which was probably a wonderful job. I had a wonderful physician that I worked for. So they were my jobs. Happiness Sparkles wants to know, how do I keep my positive attitude? I'm just curious how you do it. You know, I don't know. My husband and I were talking about that at breakfast this morning, actually. And my grandkids always say, oh, you're always so happy. And I'm like, I guess, yeah, I think I enjoy every day. I mean, at this point in my life, when I wake up, I go, thank you, God, thank you. You know, I'm grateful to wake up. You know, and sometimes during the night, I have to shake my husband, or he shakes me if he doesn't hear me breathing right or something. You know, we're like, what? So, I mean, I'm grateful, you know, every day. And I think I go to bed at night, and I always thank God for my day. And I always try to think about what I did that day that maybe wasn't perfect. And if it wasn't, I try to fix it the next day. And if it was perfect, then I can go to sleep knowing that I had a perfect day. I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. I was kind. I was the best person I can be. And vice versa. People were nice to me. And I think just waking up, enjoying the present, which is a present of today, gives me a good attitude. That and my family. You know, the love of my family and God is just amazing to me. But my family is they are my rock. I mean, if I'm down, I could think of a million things that my grandkids do to just make me laugh. It just make me smile. So thank you for that. I'm not going to run too far. I'm already at 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to have to do part 2 because I told you I'm lengthy. I'm wordy. I should just answer you like really quick, and you know I can't do that. So anyway, I'll just do a few more here. Anna Cronin wants to know, I'd love to ask you, how do you do detailed videos about wait a minute. I'd love to ask you to do a more detailed video about your skincare and beauty routine. How did you discover your face and neck massage routine? Do you take any supplements for your skin? Was there a product you loved in the past that got discontinued, and how did you adapt? You are my beauty guru. If I look half as great as you one day, I'll take it. Oh, Anna, you know Anna. If you follow comments on here, I love to watch some of my other creators on here with some of the comments that some of the gals do. Anna's been she's been pinned many times in my comments. She's just I like to have her by my side. You know, when you have those ugly days, I like to have Anna right here going, no, you don't have an ugly day. You look really good today. And be like, okay, Anna, I'm out the door. You know, but I think I started my beauty routine started. Oh, see, this is going to take me over now. But my beauty routine started when I was about 16 years old. We had a Miss America come to the high school, and she came in to talk to us girls in our health ed department. And she was talking about, you know, how she got to be, you know, Miss America. I think it was I want to say 58, Miss America. I did know her name. It escapes me right now. She was a sister of one of the teachers. That's how she got to come to our health ed class. And she was saying about how important it was that she learned from her grandmother at a very young age that you have to really massage products into your skin. If you want to maintain a good skin, she says you always have to work them into your skin. And she says you always have to look at your neck. Don't ever forget your neck as part of your beauty treatment. And you know, then she talked about her whole body, and she talked about just various makeup tips, and I just kind of registered that, you know. And I remember, I think I bought one of my first moisturizers was Pond's, and I used that Pond's religiously. And I remember, like, then as a kid, just pretending like I was like a movie star and rubbing this into my skin. And at some point I thought, wait a minute, you know, I'm young, but my skin looks pretty decent. I didn't have acne or anything growing up. I always, you know, took care of myself. I washed my face. And I think it's just started a routine from then. And I saw a lot of people with these wrinkly necks, and I remember my grandma was one, and I thought, oh, geez, I don't want to look like that, you know. They didn't really do much to themselves back in the day. So I think I just kind of started back then. And it just continued. And it does to this day, you know that. And supplements, no, don't take supplements. Listen, I know you're going to yell at me. Well, you won't yell at me, but I know you'll go, oh my God, you know, you don't take supplements? No, I don't take any supplements, never have. Every time I took a supplement, I got sick, I got nauseated. I took them in all forms, liquid, you name it. To this day, I've tried to do one a day, and it just lays on my stomach. I don't know. I think I get enough supplements in my food. I try to eat well. I eat a lot of greens, and I don't know. I don't think I'm lacking anything. The only thing that ever came back on my lab work for my physicals was like I'm low in vitamin D and that's natural because I don't go in the sun much. So I have taken vitamin D supplements, but that's all I've taken. And as far as products in the past that have been discontinued, oh God, there's been many. I mean, so many things, but there's always something else to take its place, you know, you just have to adapt to something. I can't remember one that I loved. Oh, I used to love this raspberry. It was called Revlon Blush. It was my favorite for years, and they discontinued it. And I still love that one, but yeah, they don't make it anymore. And thank you, Anna. And I'm sure when you get to be my age, if you follow my techniques, you're going to look fabulous. I promise. So Brandy, it's Brandy Baking. I don't know if you've seen cute Brandy. She makes, oh my gosh, she makes the most fabulous cakes in the whole world. I've never seen a creator that baked cakes like this woman in my life. Go check her out. Quick Cakes and Cookies. She needs to send me some. Her cookies are fat-free. No, they're not. But I wish they were. But anyway, Brandy has a simple question. What is your favorite drink or food? My favorite drink is a dirty martini. Once in a while. Actually, an iced tea. I do like my iced tea. And I do like, oh, let me see. I do like this. I drink this all the time. It's Nestle Splash. And it comes in grape or orange, which I'm really dry because I've talked too much. It's probably my favorite. And my favorite foods, believe it or not, being Italian, I love Mexican food. I love anything Mexican. My husband and I go on date nights, and we always seem to end up at the famous Mexican place around here. I love it. Wendy, My Life Wendy, congrats on my 1K. Thank you, Wendy. Which my giveaway is coming up next. What is today, Monday? Probably the end of the week, I'm going to have my giveaway ready for you. So she wanted to know, when did your first spirit come to you and who was it? My very first spirit that came to me was, I think, in my home, Mrs. Newberry, that came to me at my lake house. That was a house. I have to watch my PA talk, my grandkids said. I think it was Mrs. Newberry that actually I saw. That was probably my first. I've had feelings, and I've seen figures and things. She was kind of my first that I knew was a female, and I knew of her. My second one, of course, was the video that I did about my father-in-law. That one was a real spirit that came to me that I actually saw in front of me, as well as my sister-in-law, Loretta, who I did a tribute on not too long ago, who came to me. That was actual spirits. So that was the first time I saw them. I feel them around me a lot. I sense a lot of things. I don't know. They come and go, I guess. So, but they were I think my very first ones. I've had some, when I think back of my childhood, I've had some experiences that were unexplainable then, but kind of I'm explained now. So listen, guys, this is like 30 minutes. I'll probably maybe cut some, I don't know. I have so many here that I want to answer all of them. So let's just do a part 2. And if that's okay with you, I will maybe just sit here, and while I'm sitting here dressed, I will do my part 2, and I'll put it up another time so you're not sitting here for so long. So thank you for all your questions. My gosh, you see, I can't just answer you with one line. I mean, you know how I am, and I love you, and I think you deserve an honest answer and a good answer, not just a, yeah. I don't know my favorite foods. I don't have one. Or, yeah, no, I don't know. No, I don't really, I don't really blah, blah, you know, that's not me. So anyway, I love you. I will see you again on part 2. So stay with me, guys. I love you. Thanks for coming into my living room. If you like me, please subscribe. Hit the little bell and the button, and you'll get to see part 2. And I've got some really interesting videos coming up too that you don't want to miss. Ooh. And like I say, I will be back maybe in a couple of days with part 2. So we'll see you then. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. Bye. So yeah, really quick, this is the dance, and this is in buttered toast. I thought I would show you. Here she is on the side and the back. Now this is my own hair sticking out on the bottom here a little bit, because I just like to wear this one with my own hair, which my own hair is a little darker on the bottom. This is the side. You can see how flippy she is. Dance is one of my favorite wigs, and the buttered toast is just a really, really pretty color, I think, for me. And you asked somebody on here, oh my gosh, I have it in the other room, bought a dance and they felt that it was too wide. But really, if you want to flatten your wig, if you get a wig and you feel that it's too wide and too much hair, da-da-da-da-da-da, that's all you do. You put the headband on and look how flat it is on the sides. That's all you have to do to flatten it out. Get a headband. If you need one that's a little, this one doesn't work because it's too thin, you buy one that's a little thicker on the sides. And you can also look for those square headbands on here. I'm going to try to get some of those to review, those square headbands, and see if I could get you a discount code on them. I've got a link to write to the company, but anyway. So this is dance. This is Paula Young's dance. Again, this is my own hair out on the side, and flip it behind the ear. And some of you have bought it and you have sent me pictures, and you bought it in the silver. It's absolutely beautiful. So I don't think you can ever go wrong with this wig. If you wanted it flat, you can push it down. If you wanted it, you know, puffed up, you can puff it up. It's just, it's a great wig. So that's it. I wanted to show you that at the end. See you next time.